In 1982, Christine Prince was coming home. She was a nanny that had come over from Wales to work in Toronto. She had been out with some friends and she was walking home to the home where she looked after the children. As she was walking up a street in 13 Division, she was abducted. Her umbrella was left on the street. She wasn't found until the next day. She had been sexually assaulted, beaten, and thrown in the Rouge River up by the Toronto Zoo. So she was found deceased. The case went cold. 1983, Claire Sampson was out on the street at Jarvis and Gerrard. She was picked up by an unknown male. The next day, her body was found up in Oro-Medonte Township. She had been shot to death, and she was left in a farmer's field. Again, there were no leads on that case. We go ahead till 1997. At that point, Graceland Greenwich is up in 31 Division, and she's in her own apartment. And somehow the attacker was able to gain entry to her apartment. There was a massive fight in the apartment. Eventually, he ends up getting a bag, asphyxiating her, stabbing her to death, and leaving her dead in her apartment. He locks the door on the way out and leaves. Her friend comes because she hasn't shown up at work. She's a nursing assistant, and she's deceased in her apartment. The case goes cold again. In 2016, property's resubmitted. We get a link between the Christine Prince case and the Claire Sampson case. 2017, we resubmit property from Graceland Greenwich. Now all three cases are linked. We were able to identify the offender, who is Kenneth Smith. We execute a warrant. We test his DNA. It comes back 1,000,000,000 to 1 that he's the offender that left his DNA at all three scenes. Unfortunately, he's deceased, but we're able to identify him and say that he was the killer. And we're also putting that out there because we want to know if there are any other victims of Kenneth Smith, and we want to know what he was doing in the time that he wasn't either in jail or committing the offenses that we know about.